let's have a look at exercise number 4 in the surface area and volume of pyramid notes. It says we have a regular right square pyramid where the total surface area is 155 centimeters squared and the slant height is 13. Then it tells us to determine the area of the base. So let's kind of start off with give ourselves a diagram here. Okay, so the data segments we don't really see that well, but we know we have a square base. The lateral faces are isosceles triangles. And then the slant height is 13. So remember, the slant height goes from the vertex and is perpendicular to a base edge. So that slant height is 13. Okay, so kind of write out a little strategy here. We're looking for the total surface. We know that the total surface area is 155 centimeters squared. And then we could also kind of just talk about what the total surface area consists of. It's the area of one square, which is the base, plus 4 congruent isosceles triangles. So the total surface area is equal to 4 congruent triangles, which are isosceles, so 4 congruent triangles, plus the area of the square base. Okay, well, we don't know what the dimensions of the square base are, and it's what we're trying to figure out, because if we know the dimensions, then we'll know the area. So let's call the square base the side of the square x, and once we solve for x, we're good for the problem. So we'll do a little substitution here. The total surface area is 155, so 155 is equal to, now we'll write the 4 congruent triangles in terms of what we know, right? There's 4 of them, and we can solve for the area of each of those triangles by taking 1/2 of the base multiplied by the height, and the height is 13. Okay, plus the area of the square base, which should be x times x, which is x squared. Okay, so that means 155 is equal to, well, 4 times 1/2 is 2, 2 times 13 is 26, so 26x plus x squared. Oh, we just have a little quadratic equation to solve. X squared plus 26x minus 155 is equal to 0. Okay, this is factorable. This would also be a good time to remember that you have the quadratic equation solver on your calculator. So a value of 1, b value of 26, c value of negative 155, and you could let the calculator go to work. Or you could just spend some time, if you think it's factorable, you could spend some time factoring it. So we could do x and x to get x squared. 31 times 5 is 55. All right, we need a difference of positive 26, so we could do x plus 31 times x, that should be a minus 5. So x squared minus 5x plus 31x, and then 31 times negative 5 is going to be negative 155, which means x can be equal to negative 31, or x can be equal to 5. We know that negative 31 is not a possibility because we can't have a negative side length for our square base. So negative 31 is out, 5 is in. So that means the area of the base has to be 5 by 5, which is 25. So the last part of our answer is the area of the square base must be equal to 5 squared, which is 25 centimeters squared. And that wraps up exercise number 4.